Okay, we go now to item 23, public comment.
What time are you going? Where do you
And first up is Lupe Chavez.
Commissioners, ladies and gentlemen, staying here late with us, and those of you watching at home, Pharr is a place of first, and I would like to invite all of you to tomorrow at the Pharr Chamber of Commerce at 11:30. We're going to have the first Hub City Toastmasters. It's an official club, so I invite the commission, anybody watching, you're free to attend. There'll be a meeting 11:30. The meeting will start at 12, and it'll end at 1. Commission, I do want to thank you. You do deserve all the credit for fixing 281. And when I came here before, you said it wasn't your problem. You said it was TxDOT's problem. You said it was the Irrigation District number 2. So I took it upon myself to call TxDOT. I spoke with Amy Rodriguez. I spoke with them there, their public relations people, and they said there was no timetable to get it fixed. Irrigation District 2 said the same. So what I did was I called the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality. I called the Rio Grande Water Master because that water represented a waste of water that was for our farmers. As you know, we live in South Texas and there's drought all the time. So they were losing millions, if not thousands, of gallons of water. I did file that complaint. And I want to thank Erasmo Yarito, who is our Rio Grande Water Master, and David Ramirez. He's the Region 15 Director, and the people at TxDOT for moving on that. So I want to thank the city for your help in motivating me to get that fixed. Secondly, I want to thank all the city employees, those of you that work in very hostile work environments. Okay, I want to remind all of you that work for the city that when you vote, it's a secret ballot. Okay, nobody knows how you vote. So go to all the pachangas, go to all the parties, tell your compadre, yeah, I'm going to vote for you, but they can't follow you in and they can't retaliate against you once they're out of office. I remember a time in this community when elected officials thought they were above the law. I would go to the PSJ school board meetings, and they would do the same things that this city commission is doing. And the word I'd like to tell you about is legacy. Okay, I remember telling former superintendent Arturo Guajardo that he had a marvelous career as a mayor, as a deputy superintendent, as a school board superintendent. And I let him know how wonderful a job he had done. And I let everybody that was serving on that board, I reminded them that people are watching and that whatever you're doing, you better cut your shenanigans. And they didn't want to listen. And, I kept this piece of history, okay, because this is history in our community, and this forever will be their legacy. So I ask you guys what your legacy will be when it's time to tell your story. Also, I'd like to provide the City Commission a lesson in civics. Okay? All it takes is for one person to make a motion, a second person to second that motion, and then 4 other people on this governing body to vote, to approve, to force this city to put public comments back at the beginning or at least before executive session so that the people, the public, the voters, the taxpayers of the city of Pharr can come before you and give you their input. This meeting is done. Everything has been taken care of. So our public comments are wasted. And if you're watching at home, okay, the city of Pharr, this commission, does not care about what you think. They do not care one bit about what you think. But they have made it very clear to this city, to the people watching at home, that there's only one person in this community that you care about, the one person that you don't want to hear from, the one person that you are the rudest to. There's only one person that you actually care about. And it's clear. You guys speak about me on the record. So, I'm flattered that you would care so much about me. Lastly, I'd like to leave this bit of information for the people, the voters, the people that give donations to our elected officials. From 2006 to 2007, the committee to re-elect Polo Palacios and his party spent approximately $25,000 for campaign labor. And on these forms, we don't have any addresses of these people that were paid campaign labor. Okay, that is a violation of state ethics laws. Okay, so if you want to know what to do with your money this year, you know who not to give it to because they don't keep accurate records, which is against state law. Now, that $25,000 was 40% of all the political expenditures from that party, and we have no record of who those people are. So in closing, I'd like to remind the people, the proud people, that we celebrated 100 years of history, all those old families that made Pharr. This is the city of Pharr. It is not the city of Palacios. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elba.
Move for adjournment?
One more.
Oh.
We have,
sorry.
next up is Gary Luis Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. For the record, Gary Rodriguez. I want to talk about City Hall on call, but before I do, I'd like, and I know you guys don't need me to defend you, but I take exception to somebody who says you don't care. I know Commissioner Elizondo and Commissioner Cantu are heavily involved with the Boys and Girls Club of Pharr. I've been to Commissioner Quintanilla's third grade class. I've seen how they look up to her and respect her and look at her for guidance on how to grow up. Commissioner Carrillo donated a lot of work and paint to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Fred Sandoval, the city manager, is a coach for little kids that are in sports. Commissioner Farias and Commissioner Cortez, they spend time doing things for the community, especially helping us with the Hub Festival and the cook-off, where they've just generated a lot of excitement, brought people in from all over to come to our community. So I take exception when someone says that you don't care about other people. I know you do, and I know you do at home. This body is one of the most progressive that I've seen anywhere, and I've been around. Very progressive, very active, very dynamic. I'm here to talk about City Hall on call.